Alright, on my way home from work, weather guys got it wrong again. Had an absolute downpour at my house and at the office, so I had to stay back an extra hour to try to let it pass through, and it did, but it's still wet and yicky outside, and you know, people don't know how to drive when it rains. Could be worse. Could be riding home in the downpour, which has happened to me a few other times. I don't like riding in the rain. It's kind of a stupid comment because I don't think anybody likes riding in the rain. At least anybody I know. So Thursday, one more day at work. Today was a long day. A lot of budget meetings, more tomorrow. Several presentations me and my team have to do. Wifey's making nice dinner tonight. I think it's salmon. Some sort of Asian salmon. Oh, the morons are out tonight. Brake and brake hard. Anyway, that's another reason I don't like riding in the rain, because people freak out, hit the brakes. I think I said earlier in the video this morning, getting on, lady just cut me off. She didn't even look left, just got over, forced me over, and then the person in that lane was honking at me. I mean, I didn't have a choice. So Multistrada 1200S, great bike. I gotta tell you, it's grown on me every time I ride it. It's a much better bike for street riding. You know, a lot of horsepower, but just the suspension is so much better dealing with these. I hate to call them roads because they're not really roads, but here in Chicago, what we call roads. Quite frankly, the best bike I have for riding on regular roads. My Supermoto is probably pretty good. It is good at it. I've ridden it on the roads too, but it just doesn't have the horsepower and the smoothness this bike does. This bike, by the way, has the Öhlins adaptive SCU. Not just the stock one. That was something that Öhlins came out with as Ducati was rolling out the Skyhook suspension, which this bike does not have. I hear good things about that, but I'm not ready to upgrade my bike yet. See if we can get out of this guy's water wake. I don't know, I rail a lot against the weather people because they just can't seem to get it right. But actually, I understand that they can't get it right. But what bothers me is they pretend that the science allows for greater accuracy than it can actually predict. And that's the part that bothers me. So there's one of the new Teslas. Those cars are extremely fast off the line, I gotta tell you. Top end, not so much, but off the line, really fast. They look sweet. I'm not ready to make the jump to battery. I like the sound and smell of a gasoline engine. I know that's not very eco-friendly, but just being honest. So, mid-September, and the days are getting shorter. I don't like it. By the way, my wife is very close to getting the RV. She's pulled me over the finish line. I think there's a few outstanding questions that she's been tasked to get answers for. And once she does that, I think she's pulling the trigger on a toy hauler. What's in it for me? Well, I can get a couple of my bikes in the back and fulfill the dream of getting to Tail of the Dragon, and maybe some other pretty cool riding places that I would not have been able to go to but for the toy hauler. So that's pretty cool. I am intimidated by the thing because it's gigantic, and I'm not a very good parker as it is with anything with four wheels. My wife, on the other hand, is very good, so she's gonna what are you braking for, you doofus? I'm behind a dummy. Doofus. He's not a doofus, but no reason to drive that slow. See, this bike just goes over those seams in the road and bumps like they're not even there. On my other bikes, oh my god, you'd be feeling it in your kidneys and everywhere else. There's a Tesla. Yeah, it's a good looking car. Stylish, aggressive. Yeah, even at 6:30, I think it's about 6:30. Yeah, there's still a lot of traffic. That's what the weather does. Screw everything up. And that's the other thing. Up here, it seems to always rain in the morning right at rush hour, and in the evening right at rush hour. In between, during meetings, when you're sitting looking out the window, nice and sunny, no problems. Look at that big 2x4 in the middle of the road. Remember when I was growing up, had a Kawasaki 750, and I was on the expressway just down in Florida, and you know, as a kid, I think it was maybe 19 or something, and I just had a t-shirt on. I got whacked in the chest by a 2x4 flying off of a flatbed semi trailer ahead of me. Man, it knocked the wind out of me. Couldn't stop because, you know, I was moving pretty fast on the freeway with everybody else, but man, it hurt. I was so pissed. What was the lesson? I don't know. Gear would have probably minimized it, but something hitting you at that speed on your chest, whether you've got a leather jacket on or not, you're going to feel it. Fortunately, I didn't drop the bike, didn't crash, didn't wipe out. Tesla's booking. I think he's getting frustrated with the people in front of him. I don't know how to drive. I can relate. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying the Ducati Multistrada. Sweet bike. Cruises, comfy. I got the top box on today. I don't really like the top box. I don't think it's stylish, but definitely more convenient than bungee straps on the back of the bike. I ordered a full survival suit. I was going to get the Aero Stitch, man, but they're so expensive. And honestly, I don't like the look of them. They look too baggy. So I went with the Joe Rocket Survivor suit. At least the picture of it looks stylish. It got pretty decent reviews. It's half the price. I know it doesn't have probably the same build quality or all the features the Aero Stitch does, like the Road Crafter. but I think for starting out with, it's probably the best choice for me. So I think I'm getting it on Saturday. Interested to see how it works. Because normally in the cold weather I wear I forget the name of the company, but they use some sort of infrared heating undergarment stuff, and it works pretty good. But I really don't have any good quality rain resistance gear. I got a nice DNC jacket that's Gore-Tex and some pants, but it's not a full one. And the Survivor suit, really puts you kind of in your own little environment, and you can wear it over your clothes, whereas the other stuff I have you can't. So that's kind of nice and convenient. So probably got another 15 minutes before I get home. More stop and go traffic. The other thing I hate about rain is I try to keep my bikes super clean, and this rain just, gonna make work for me when I get home, because I don't like to leave the bikes dirty. I've been caught in some bad ones. I've been caught in some bad ones on the Multistrada, bad ones on my BMW S1000, my 200 V4R, I think even the KTM. I was caught in some pretty bad weather. I mean bad, like the rain was going left to right. I felt I was driving safe, but I was actually moving much more fluidly than some of the cars, which I found fascinating. I think they were overreacting to the weather, but I digress. Yeah, so it's moving a little better than it normally does. Of course, I left the office an hour and a half later than I normally do, and I usually I leave, get home, eat, rest, and then I'll go for a ride on a motorcycle. Tonight, by the time I get home, it'll be too late, too dark, and it's too wet, and I'll be too tired because I got an early day tomorrow to go riding. But I'm hopeful the weekend's going to be nice. They're saying sunny Saturday and Sunday, although Saturday I saw two different forecasts. One said it was rainy, and then another one said it wasn't, and back and forth all day. Now it says it's not going to be raining, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because remember that we got too many nice days left before nasty Midwest winter kicks in. Of course, the construction guys don't work in the rain. I'm not ragging on construction guys. They just follow orders and do what they can do, get away with, whatever. Hopefully you can hear the V-twin on this thing, L-twin. It's nice. I mean, it's a typical V-twin at low revs, which the new Ducati is supposed to address with the variable valve timing. But it's not too bad on this bike. I have it in touring mode. Sport mode, it's a lot more abrupt. I've driven in enduro mode once,